Have you stumbled upon a digital tool that you want to use in your classroom? Well, make sure it's safe for student use. Check out the ECPS approved software on the digital resource menu. It's extremely important to know what type of information vendors collect and how they're using that information. So all resources that are used by students or contain student information should first be approved for use on the digital resource menu. This helps us keep that student information private and secure. Accessing this important resource is easily done in 3 clicks. From the district homepage, click on the Staff Resources, and then look for the letter D for Digital Resource menu. On the right side of the page, you'll see additional resources such as district policies and procedures or links to more information about student data privacy. Under the section for District Policies and Procedures, you'll find a link to the Digital Resource Menu Guide. This will provide you with that specific purpose and scope, as well as giving you additional information regarding privacy status and terms of service or use for vendors. The Digital Resource Requirements document also allows you to see the process of requesting a review of a software product for approval and use on the Digital Resource menu. Back on the main Digital Resource landing page, we can see in the middle that we have access to the new Digital Resource menu. Open that link for a new window, and for easier viewing, you can increase the size. Here across the top, we have a couple different columns. We have resource name, vendor, privacy status, which we'll talk about momentarily, privacy policy in terms of service or use, as well as the intended grade level for that digital tool. Since keeping student information secure is important, let's talk privacy status. We have compliant, not applicable, and parent consent required. A resource with a compliant status means that staff and students may use this product because the privacy policy or terms of service for that vendor meets the district requirements. If you see a status of not applicable, that means that no student data is involved in the specified use of the product. Finally, if you see a status for parent consent required, that means that there's various things in the privacy policy or the terms of service from the vendor that requires a parent to provide consent for their student to use that tool. Parents can also access and review the Digital Resource menu through the Families tab on the district homepage. The Digital Resource menu currently has over 400 approved digital tools. You can scroll through the extensive list or use your keys on your keyboard with Command F or Control F, depending on your system, to find a resource name. So if I had an idea to use Canva in my classroom and wanted to search for that resource, I can see here that parent consent is required before student use due to the privacy status. I can see when searching for something like Nearpod that we may have an instance where it exists multiple times on this resource menu, but some of the different instances have a different privacy status, such as Nearpod is compliant and we have the privacy policy from the vendor on file, but Nearpod Silver does require parent consent. This is just something to be aware of when searching for resources in this menu. If you're wanting to find resources for specific grade levels, you can create a temporary filter by clicking on Data, then clicking on Create Filter View. This is going to create a temporary filter that only you can see. This allows you to use the filter icon to create specific criteria for that column. Here I can clear all of the current criteria and then place a check mark next to the specific ones that I only want to see for this temporary view. So if I'm a middle school teacher, I can go in here and click all the ones for 6 through 8 and click OK, and now I'm only going to see the resources specifically for those grade levels. Refreshing your screen will go ahead and clear that temporary filter, and you'll be able to search again through all 400 plus resources. Thank you for your help in keeping student information protected by using only those approved resources from the Digital Resource menu.